In this video, we are discussing some statistical averages, including mean, median, mode, and range. So all four of these are types of averages, though we typically stick to mean as the term average is concerned, okay? So these are types of averages of a data set, which is just a fancy way of saying a collection of numbers. The first average we're looking at is mean, and this one is the one we typically call average, okay? If it says find the average, it will usually refer to the mean. So the way we do that is we first of all add all the numbers, find the sum. Okay. After I find the sum, then I divide that sum by the number of data points. So if I add 5 points, I will divide by 5. If I add 17 points, I'll divide by 17. If I add 2 points together, I'll divide by 2. So this is the average when I find the sum of all of the data points and then divide that sum by the number of data points possible. For example, I have this number of games per World Series. I have already added these up, but you can feel free to use a calculator or especially write this down in your notes. When I add up all of these terms, I get 90 games, okay? 90 games in this mini World Series. So what I'm going to do now to find the mean is I'm going to take that 90 and I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I'm going to divide 90 by 16. Again, I can use a calculator, I can use long division. 90 divided by 16 will give me approximately 5.6. Exactly 5.625. So the exact number is 5.625. Now, can I have 5 and 625 thousandths of a game? Not really, so I would typically round this up to about 6 or down to about 5. Regarding age at first real job, I again am going to add all of these up. I have 13 plus 15 plus 13 plus 16 twice plus 15 plus 16 plus 20, 18, 13, 15, 20, 15, 18, 12, and 17. So I get 252 when I add up all of these. Okay? Counting, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 people who are surveyed to find this age at first job. So I have 252 divided by those 16. That gives us 15.75. So in other words, 15 3/4 years. To find the median, I am looking for the middle number in a set of data. And what we're going to do is we're going to order from least to greatest. And from there, I'm going to find the middle. But if there are 2 in middle, combine them and find the average. In other words, the mean of both of those terms. For example, median. Again, I need to first put them in order from least to greatest. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fours. 1, 2, 3, I have 5s times 2. I wrote 5 twice. 2 6s and a third 6. So I'm going to make sure to write those down. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for the median. I'm going to cross them off on either side together. So I'm going to cross off the first one, but I'm also going to cross off the last one. I'm going to keep going until I meet myself in the middle of my own data. Now in this case, I end up with a pair of 6s, which means that the median is 6. But that won't also always be the case. Take a look at the next. So again, we're going to find the median. I've already put these in order from least to greatest, so I'm going to cancel out from the end and the beginning and see where I end up. And we end up with a 15 in the center. Mode is simply the number that appears most often. Which is generally the easiest way to complete an average and also is pretty straightforward. In this case, I look and I would count up and see how many 4s there are, how many 5s there are, how many 7s there are, how many 6s there are. And 7 will be the mode for this one because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s. So make sure you stay on top of those things. For the second example for mode, I'm looking for the most common number. 13 appears frequently, but not quite as frequently as some other numbers. So we have 13 that appears 3 times. 14 does not appear, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. So 15 has 4 of them as of right now. 16 is 1, 2, 3 again. 17 is 1. 18 is 2. 20 is also 2 and on its own. But there are 4 15ths. So what we're going to do is we are going to name that the mode because that appears most often. Range is when I take my largest value minus my smallest anytime. So I'm simply going to take number minus another number. For here, I don't necessarily have to put them all in order, but I do need to identify the first and the last number. So I have 4 and a 7. So I'm simply going to take 7 minus 4, and this gives me my range of 3. To find the range for this set of numbers, I could put it in order from least to greatest, but also I can look at my largest and smallest value, which of course for this problem is 12 and 20. So to find the range, I take 20 minus 12. I get 8 as my range.